Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day announcement of Mission Sudarshan Chakra represents India's most ambitious defence modernization initiative, aimed at establishing a comprehensive multi-layered aerial defence shield by 2035. This indigenous program, drawing inspiration from Lord Krishna's legendary weapon, will create a sophisticated network combining defensive capabilities with precision strike systems to protect India's critical infrastructure and strategic assets. China and India are actively engaged in multi-level dialogue amid rising expectations around a potential visit by Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi to New Delhi on August 18, 2025. Though China has not officially confirmed the trip, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian affirmed that interactions are ongoing between the two nations at various levels, signaling a commitment to advancing cooperation on key issues. Lin highlighted China's readiness to implement the important common understandings reached between the leaders of China and India, aiming to maintain momentum in high-level exchanges, bolster mutual political trust, and enhance practical cooperation. He emphasized the importance of properly managing differences to sustain stable and steady development in bilateral ties. China views its relationship with India as a partnership of immense potential, particularly as both countries are major developing economies and influential members of the Global South. Lin described this relationship as a cooperative pas de deux between the dragon and the elephant, underscoring the strategic importance of mutual success for both nations. India is set to host two significant defense engagements with the United States in August 2025 aimed at expediting ongoing military hardware procurements and further strengthening their defense partnership despite recent bilateral tensions. A high-level U.S. defense policy delegation is scheduled to arrive in New Delhi in mid-August, followed by a working-level 2+2 intersessional dialogue involving foreign and defense ministry officials from both countries toward the end of the month. These meetings underscore the importance of defense cooperation as a central pillar in the India-US bilateral relationship and are intended to accelerate the progress of pending defense procurement projects. Key agenda items likely to be discussed include the long-delayed delivery of General Electric-made F-404 engines for India's indigenous Tejas Mk-1A fighter jets, where recent deliveries have finally begun after almost 2 years of delays. GE has committed to increasing monthly engine deliveries, with negotiations underway for a follow-on F-404 order that could finalize by the end of August, alongside talks on the more advanced F-414 engines planned for future Indian fighter projects like the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, AMCA. Rolls-Royce is considering establishing a maintenance, repair, and overhaul (MRO) capability in India for the AE2100 engine, which is operated by the Indian Air Force. This initiative is closely aligned with the India-UK Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, CETA, that recently came into effect and aims to accelerate Rolls-Royce's aerospace and defense engagement with India. The company, represented by Ikshak Singh, Senior Vice President, Defense, India and Southeast Asia, emphasizes its strong legacy in India and its intent to strengthen in-country capabilities within the framework of bilateral collaboration under CETA and the UK-India Vision 2035 roadmap. The Garden Reach Shipbuilders and Engineers, Grse, recently delivered the survey vessel, Ikshak, to the Indian Navy in Kolkata on August 14, 2025. Ikshak, meaning guide, is the third vessel in a series of 4 large survey vessels, large SVLs, being built by Grse for the Indian Navy. These vessels belong to the Sandhyak class, which are the largest survey platforms built in India and operated by the Navy. The Sandhyak class SVLs are equipped with advanced hydrographic survey equipment and are capable of conducting full-scale coastal and deep-water hydrographic surveys of ports, harbor approaches, navigation channels, and routes. The recent joint naval exercises conducted by the Indian and Philippine navies in the strategic waters of the West Philippine Sea, part of the broader South China Sea, mark a significant development in their growing maritime and security cooperation. This 2-day naval operation was carried out within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines and involved Indian warships including the guided missile destroyer INS Delhi, the tanker INS Shakti, and the corvette INS Kiltan, alongside 2 Philippine frigates, BRP Miguel Malvar and BRP Jose Rizal. These exercises coincided with the visit of Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to India, underscoring the broader diplomatic and defense ties being strengthened between the two countries. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Independence Day address in 2025 marked a significant moment for India's technological and economic trajectory, as he unveiled a series of ambitious initiatives targeting core sectors such as semiconductors, clean energy, employment, and tax reform. Speaking from the historic Red Fort for the 12th consecutive time, PM Modi set an assertive tone for India's future, emphasizing the need for technological leadership and self-reliance in the 21st century. A highlight of the speech was the announcement that India will launch its own semiconductor chips by the end of 2025. Modi acknowledged that the idea of building a domestic semiconductor manufacturing capability was discussed in the country as far back as 50 to 60 years ago, but lamented that it was never realized, describing it as an opportunity killed in the womb. The United States and China have agreed to extend their tariff truce for an additional 90 days, with the new expiration set for November 10, 2025. This move came just hours before prohibitive triple-digit tariffs were due to be reimposed on imports from both sides, a dramatic escalation that was successfully averted by the extension.